know what's going to happen in the Europa League today or tomorrow, whenever it is. You've got no idea, you mug.
I tell you what, Feyenoord versus AS Roma, that is a proper naughty game. Feyenoord top of the Eredivisie, Theo, against Roma, third in Serie A. And guess what? This was the first ever Conference League final, wasn't it?
Before we go into any details about the match, of course it was the Conference League final, but it kicked off in Tirana. I was there. I was ducking and weaving the Dutch fans and the Italians. It was nutty. But it all goes back to 2015, where in Rome, there was an incident at their famous fountain. Apparently, there was costs and devalued worth over $1 million from the Dutch fans. This is all rumoured from the Italian police, the Italian fans. That's the same reason there will be no away fans at either match, which is a massive advantage to Feyenoord in the first leg and Roma in the second. I can see goals.
Yes, I tell you what, in the last round, Feyenoord smashed Shakhtar Donetsk 8-2 on aggregate, Theo, and they are having a wonderful season. Only lost one game this season.
Last time in the league, they've won 5-1. They beat Ajax in the league though 3-2.
Yes,
They're going to win the league. This is the best season we've seen of Feyenoord in a while. You went to Feyenoord this season. They lost to Ajax in the league in the first match, didn't they?
Theo, that was the best ever experience of a football game I've ever had in terms of pyro and atmosphere and tifo.
Okay.
If you can get a ticket to that game, that is very special.
Is that the one to go to? I mean, after seeing the history of this match, I think it might be. Let's talk about a few players. Santiago Jimenez.
Ooh, yes.
5 goals in Europe this year. 3 against Lazio. Now he's playing the other Roman club, and he's got that history against the Italians. Is he going to do it again?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's up against a very tough team. That's all I'll say. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
But Jose Mourinho, Theo, he knows how to set up a team. He'll be going in there hoping for maybe a 0-0 draw, a 1-1,
He will.
and then take it back to Rome.
He's got Paulo Dybala, who scored 2 penalties in the last 2 games. Yeah. Having an Argentinian on that level of caliber player, surely he's going to do something at the Coip.
Well, I tell you what, they got through Real Sociedad last time. That ain't too bad, is it?
It's not too bad, no.
This could be, I think, a low-scoring game, Theo, but I reckon Feyenoord, the 12th man is the fans, who are incredible, Theo.
And they've got no away fans.
Tomorrow.
They've got no away fans, so they've
Correct.
got the advantage. Before I give my prediction, I have to respect Jose, though. He's not just knocked out Sociedad, also RB Salzburg. So it's a pretty good run. They got European trophies, and as you said, in the Conference League, I was there. It was a very cagey match, and it was a masterclass from a few of the midfielders in the Roma team. Now, we might see the same again. Wijnaldum, Chris Smalling at the back, Paulo Dybala up top, El Shaarawy. There's a big names there, Cristante, you know. It's a very good team. On paper, Roma is slightly better, but the atmosphere and the momentum that Feyenoord have built up, I'm actually going to go Feyenoord 2, Roma 0, but the fixture will be nowhere near done. Going to Rome at probably a full Stadio Olimpico, when it's no away fans, it's going to be very difficult for the Dutch players.
I disagree. It's going to be a lot tighter, 1-0 to Feyenoord.
Oh, well, we've both gone for Feyenoord wins. On to the next match.
Juventus,
Yes.
7th in Serie A against Sporting Club de Portugal, 4th in the Portuguese League. But don't forget, Juventus had that 15-point deduction.
Of course.
Without that, they'd be 2nd in Serie A. And Theo, they've never lost a home game in this tournament.
I don't know how to call it. I was actually at Freiburg Juve, the last leg, so I can give you an in-detail review of this Juve team. Quality. Rabiot runs the midfield. In the forward lines, if Chiesa plays, then they've got a chance. But really, at the moment, they're crap. How can you lose to Lazio? Draw the game before in Serie A. They did well in Germany. I think they're fully focused on Europe. Angel Di Maria, as you said, 4 goals in Europe so far, smashing it. If you've got Di Maria and Chiesa starting, I think Juve will win this game. In Europa League history at home, they've never lost. 1-6, drawn 7. That's a great statistic. And I personally think they'll win this if Chiesa and Di Maria start.
But let's put a little bit of respect on Sporting Club de Portugal there, because they got through against Arsenal, who might go on to win the Premier League.
Yes.
So surely Sporting have got a chance here.
Well, I went to the first leg. This is the great thing about travelling. I saw the draw. Sporting to hold it out against Arsenal, who are one of the best teams in the world right now, winning the Premier League as things stand. 50% chance in the odds, but it's going to be close between them and City. How they did it against Arsenal, I think if Sporting really want this European competition, they can hold out Juve and then win back in Lisbon.
Yes.
I have full confidence of that. They're a really solid team. Coates, big lad at the back. Marcus Edwards, the English boy who went from Tottenham to Portugal, and he's shining. I love to see that. And Pedro Gonçalves, did you see a scream at the Emirates? That brought it extra time. They won on penalties. The limbs in the away end. This is a team that could be an underdog for going out to win the competition.
They could, Theo, but the trouble is they don't travel very well, and for that reason...
They don't travel well. They've got to draw Arsenal.
I think Juventus might win this one 2-0.
I see your point, actually. History is against them. Winning 2 of their last 16 Europa League knockout games, Sporting. And with Juve historically winning trophies, being this club, and under Massimiliano Allegri, if he bottles this game, his job, he's at risk. I'm sorry, he is. I mean, if you bottle it to Sporting in Europe, I wonder what's going to happen. But will we see some more Gonçalves madness? I'm unsure. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and all pressure goes to the second leg in Portugal. Reason being, I think Chiesa will start on the bench, and that's what's going to let them down. If they start Chiesa, they win that game.
Manchester United 4th in the Premier League against Sevilla 13th in La Liga, Theo. And in the last round, Man United smashed Real Betis, a different Spanish team. Marcus Rashford, 6 goals. He's going to win the Golden Boot race, isn't he?
United are becoming the Spanish smashing experts, aren't they? As you said, Betis.
Yes.
Then there's Sevilla now, but they smashed out Barca as well. Rashford shining. Well, having Casemiro back is key. From suspension, of course, he's been back a few games now. We've seen how important he is to that midfield. He is the rock. And the history shows Manchester United could do it. 2017, they won the trophy. You think they'll do it again?
Well, do you know what, Theo? They're playing Sevilla, and I think of them as a top 6 side in Spain, but not this season. Not this season, because they're 5 points off the relegation zone. So I think, actually, Man United could kill this off in the first 90 minutes if they can score 3 or 4 goals. But the trouble with Man United, sometimes they bottle it against the lesser teams.
They do, but at Old Trafford with first legs, they're unbeaten in 24 games in Europe. That's mad. It's a mad stat, and that's why my prediction is easy, actually. Manchester United 3, Sevilla 0.
Ooh,
Anthony Martial to score against Sevilla. You've heard it here first. And Rashford.
And
Bruno Fernandes, why not? Bruno as well.
But I nearly went for that, Theo, but then I dialed it back a bit, and I say it's going to be 2-0 to Manchester United.
2-0, 3-0, you get the point. Thogden, is that all 4 Europa League games this week?
There's one more, Theo.
What is it?
Bayer Leverkusen against Union Saint-Gilloise, as they say in France here. 6th in the Bundesliga against a team. I think they're in Belgium. I think they're second in the league, Theo.
That's incredible. I mean, this fixture is underrated. How could I possibly forget it? The Germans are up against the Belgians again. We saw Union against Union. One in Belgium, one in Germany. And at the group stage it was 1-0, but in the knockouts, over 2 legs, 6-3. And it was the Belgians to do it. Yes. After a 3-3 draw, there was a 3-0 battering over in Belgium, and now they're back playing more German opposition. But funnily enough, lower down the Bundesliga table. You have Union up here, Leverkusen further down. Surely USG from Belgium, if they can do it to Union, they can do it to Leverkusen. What do you think?
Well, the Belgian Union are having a brilliant season, Theo. Recently, they've been incredible. They've climbed to 2nd in the Pro League. They could win the Belgian League this year.
Yeah. Oh, I just don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be a masterclass from Leverkusen at home. Xabi Alonso is a European expert. And what Sardar Azmoun is doing currently, 3 goals in 5 games. Leverkusen fans had written him off earlier on in the season. You've got a man with experience. I'm confident they'll get the job done. I actually think they're going to win this 2-1, but it's all open in Belgium in the second leg. I'm not writing them off.
Are you writing off Victor Boniface?
No, and I'm not writing off Teddy Temua. I'm not joking. He loves a goal in the second half. You stick a punt on it. It's happened the last few games. I'm just saying.
Well, I tell you about Bayer Leverkusen, Theo, because they have won the last 7 games and they are climbing the Bundesliga. So they are a form team at the moment.
I just don't understand how you do it. Honestly, Thogden, my score prediction is 2-1. I want to hear what you have to say. Surely... what do you think?
I'm going overall with home advantage. I'm just going to say ditto. It's going to be 2-1 to Bayer Leverkusen.
But Karel Gerrits has got them playing. I mean, that's why they're 14 points ahead of Club Brugge in Belgium. I think they're doing amazing. But in Europe, I'm backing the Germans, surprisingly. Thank you for watching this video. Europa League is up for grabs. 5,000 likes and I will go to Feyenoord. I've said it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I've said it. 5,000 likes.
And that will be a treat, I'll tell you what. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for 100,000 subscribers.
We did it. Plaque time.
It's my plaque.
No, it's not. I'm on that. No, we're going to cut it. Cut.